Всем привет, добро пожаловать. Так, я так понял, я этого убил. Брака. Теперь у меня первый акт пройден. Ну, типа вернуться я могу, это хорошо. Ай, портал смог.
Hail, Source Hunter! Good to see you've reached Lacula Forest. There were times when I came to this neck of the woods just to whiff its wholesome air. Alas, that it is thick with sorcery these days. It surrounds us here, like an invisible mist. Takes cat's eyes to see it creep. Even so, it's plain as day to the east, all about Ikara's cabin. Immaculates beset it, no doubt under Leandra's orders. If she has ordered such thorough defenses of her sister's cabin, we may be certain that whatever lies within will be a prize more precious than... That means Ikara herself must be there, Hunter. And it is essential that you find her. Only she can shed light on the details of Leandra's plans. Ha! Zigzags would see you dash rather than mosey. But matters such as these require a thoughtful... Leandra and her cronies may be lunatics all, but they're far from brainless. So be wary, Hunter, and be safe.
Есть.
Poor man. It seems he was eaten by a beast.
Well, partially eaten, to be more precise.
Ладно, надо в город сгонять сначала. Да, надо делать. О. Еще какие. А. Отлично. Ты что, ну, пряжу хочешь? Ну, конечно, это недоработка, что здесь нельзя сортировать.
In the name of the goddess, halt! Who goes there?
Ща он. Давайте.
In that case, you can rest easy, Hunter. There is no source to be found here, only the glory of Immaculates. Why, it's Silver Glen, of course. Once the abode of miners, now the abode of the faithful. We have traded the search for silver for the pursuit of divinity. I'm sure this sounds strange in what are strangers' ears, but you must know that but a short while ago a frightful sickness felled us by the dozen, until she who speaks for the goddess, she showed us how we may overcome the frailty and even the decrepitude of our mortal bodies. That is why we now live a life of devoutness and civility, so that we may become... But I suggest you talk to Father Loic if you want to learn more about the ways of the goddess. Be welcome, therefore, to
The Immaculates here seem to be a friendly enough bunch.
world is not
Seem
Whoa.
being the
Stop.
operative word. Let's remain vigilant.
Девятый. Ладно, курс начался, это.
Over here, Hunter. It's me, Ahu. Psst. Source Hunter. You've made it into the hamlet of Silver Glen, I see. Unnerving spot, don't you find? Leandra has fashioned herself a hero here, but the townsfolk don't seem to know the truth behind the conduit, though they call themselves Immaculates.
Блин, был бы талисман, то я бы взял. Талисман блок щита вместо кузнечного дела и взлома. Я бы купил.
They're thick as trout, if you ask me, and unnaturally obsessed with ancient teachings. I haven't seen Leandra here myself, but she must have put on quite a show of magical mastery to enthrall a crowd of shaggy miners. To have them hop on the bandwagon of a shadowy religion. Haven't you heard them whisper of the blood? How their eyes shine when they discuss certain stellar stones? Star stones, of course, which drenched in blood become bloodstones and are used in healing rituals. Now, I can see how it could be a fantastic thing to nurse a dying human back to health, if all it takes is to sacrifice a toad. But I spy bloodlust in these people's eyes. They all act like they're following a benign goddess that will lead them to paradise. But I'll be a dappled Dalmatian if any of that is true. I've been Mangoth,
Блин.
Hyberheim, of strange things, but we must start at the beginning, Source Hunter. The White Witch is still at large. If we want to get to the advantage of being a puss, not that I'm not extra aware, the Immaculate's presence here is highly disconcerting. But we mustn't lose sight of our mission, Source Hunter. The White Witch resides
Да, да, интересно. А, телепорты.
May the goddess guide you through the forest and keep you safe.
А, чё это не выходит?
May the goddess guide you through the forest and keep you safe. When it first started to appear, rot began to undo us more
on this earth the conduit. Hold high the knife, and let it plunge into the lost, so that by their blood we may redeem this downtrodden realm. Immaculate it was, immaculate it may be again. Come be, O seeking souls, to this holy house of immaculates.
The goddess. Let me spill blood for thee, O Holy One!
Прикольно.
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become enlightened.
I am Loic, enlightened one among immaculates, spokesman for the holy conduit, as she is spokesman for the... Then it shall be my pleasure to answer them. We are the chosen ones of the goddess. The benedictions of the blood render our bodies and spirits unblemished, for such is her mercy, that we may all become part of the sacred soul. And you too, Seeker, could become... The conduit, yes. She, the most exalted of all, second only to the goddess. It was she who brought us first her divine words, then her divine will, a will made real in blood. Truly, though, she is quite beyond. The goddess is the light and life of all. Corrupt is the world that generations of men and beasts have. The few, the proud, the enlightened, theirs will be her kingdom. When red...
Blessed be
Diligently will I read the words of the goddess.
Diligently will I read the words of the goddess.
The goddess is the... Then it shall be my pleasure to honor. You find yourself in the goddess's temple. Therefore, it follows she wants you to take the true path. So here, have this hallowed tome. Read it. Absorb the wisdom within. Then find the second part and do with it the same. If an immaculate you want to be, a test of knowledge shall be your first step towards enlightenment. Do you hold it to be true, O Seeker, that you are ready to be? Your unpreparedness disappoints me.
Oh, goddess, to become enlightened.
Give me the strength, O goddess,
Let
to
me
become
spill blood
enlightened.
for thee, O Holy One!
Blessed be the goddess, and blessed be the
Let
conduit.
me spill blood for thee, O Holy One!
And behold, said the
Diligently
goddess,
will I read
the
the words
blood
of the
is the
goddess.
life. Free art thou to kill this lesser, for its soul is lost and impure. With its blood better thyself, and in time thou too wilt become an immaculate.
Так, вторую часть где-то. А, третья есть. Надо вторую найти. О, кузница.
I guess someone else got here first.
Как достать?
Farma Malbenita! A source hunter in Silver Glen.
I have traveled mile on top of mile to find help, and now help has, how you say, appeared. My story? Well, this is no small tale. I think perhaps you will be more interested in the, how you say, I believe Lawrence, the leader of Mining Guild, tell my husband and many of other workers to mine deadly ore called tenebrium. Lawrence knew that this ore caused rot. Charming name, no? Yet ordered miners to continue. Many men, my Ben among them, become the sickness. And now they, how you say, kick down the bucket. But the sickness, it is not normal. It kills swift and terrible, not unlike sores. My son Sebi and I travel from our home to find truth. But this has proven not so easy. My sweet little Pomargo Vizago, my darling Ben. We got along like, how you say, peas and ferrets. But here there is work, very well paid, in mines, clearing special rock from Silver Mine. So he leaves Sebi and I to come to Silver Glen. We wait with hearts like stones for some months. And one day, we see familiar figure moving with strange steps on path toward cottage. We run to meet him and take him into our arms, but he collapsed at our touch. We help him inside and set him to rest. But he was in terrible condition. Each hour he grow worse, rot so fast we hardly recognize him after 2 short days. He slip away from us, and we bury him with much grief. When his father die, Sebi become restless. Being of the age, he join army and go straight to front line. Though I was nearly old woman, I join army as healer to be near and look after my boy. There we saw special legionnaire using strange weapon. And this legionnaire soon come to my tent with the same disease that killed Ben. I discovered the tenebrium ore in this weapon. It was the ore that killed them both. I come to Silver Glen to discover truth. And here I find Lawrence, that arrogant man, conducts his business without apologize to any. Exactly this. Please, Source Hunter, you must help me prove that Lawrence made his workers to mine deadly tenebrium. For your help, I offer blessing from my homeland. Sevi mal success. Translation is difficult, but it means something like, if you fail, I will plant cherry tree and haunt your grandbaby beneath branches. Good luck. I will do my best to give answer, Source Hunt. I have not find scrap of civilization among these apes. Sebi longs for, as for neighbors? Well, Mezal Moxie strike him down, the murderer! Nothing natural could cause such terrible disease at mere touch. A terrible disease. He transformed flesh of... This illness, this rot... It sounds very much like the disease that came to Home Forest.
Woolgraf contemplates what it must have been like to see a horrid plague ravish Berdotter's homeland. He puts his hand on her shoulder consolingly.
Hello and welcome to our shop. I am the son of the proprietor, Nadia. Please let us know how we can help you. Hello again. Or you've probably noticed that my mother Nadia and I aren't from around here. No. We traveled rather... was a bit intense, to be sure. My father was a good...
Ладно. Что до хера разговоров? Я уже устал еще в первом акте.
Come hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my...
They say the undead are immune to rot. I guess 'cause they're already rotten.
That world-weary face is giving me shivers. What do you say we take a load off together? I do suppose I could find some way to entertain you.
Come hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
Oh, sugar, that's a story for another day, ain't it? Speaking of...
Amazing! Our kind can remain in heat all year, it seems.
Stay a while?
Catching Verdotter's eye, Woolgraf flexes his muscles like a peacock, showing its plumage, confirming her observation.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers. Come, you must be a broom, because you just swept me off my feet.
Oh, еще.
These
Me?
goblins are worse.
I'm Ramon. I may not be a genie, but rub me right and I'll make your dreams come true. No questions, please.
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
Goddess greetings, friend. Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth, and my savvy brings you spells at the best rate in town. Come, give me your best offer.
I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
Hi there, cutie pie. Wanna have a good time?
Here you go.
And here's a shiny
Enjoy.
coin. Keep the change.
Yes.
Believe in the gods, baby, 'cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Вот.
Why don't you stay a while, darling?
Tell
I
me,
just
sweetie.
know I
Не забыл, что
What?
еще
Can I
это.
get your hand? A straight shot of the eye, please. Coming right up. I've a new order, Paul.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. You'll hardly impress the conduit with such a
Ah, thank... Oh. You haven't any ale, have ya? Well, never mind for now. What sort of magical relics can I offer ya? Blessed by the goddess they are, each and all.
Фиолетовый, ни хера бонусов нет. Что это за фиолетовый?
Here you go.
And here's a shiny coin.
Enjoy.
Keep the change.
startled me. Let me compose my... Hello, stranger. How can I help? Oh, me? Oh, I'm just the... His will? But that means he's... Oh, no. Oh, not my cute...
The memory of a man is in his family's hearts, not in his gold pieces.
Waitress, service plate.
What's your poison, sugar?
Nothing stronger than a glass of water for me, thanks.
Sure thing, darling.
Ever shot a bullseye in your sleep? Well, no wonder with your skill book as empty as all that.
Coming right
I've a new order, Paul.
Watch where you're going. These beauties will pierce you to the bone. So, do you fancy a trade then? Come now.
There we are.
Опять синий, нет бонуса. Ух ты. Сразу беру.
Here you go.
And here's a shiny coin. Keep the change.
Довольно графа взять.
I'd like to order
What's your poison, sugar?
a double whiskey, if you please.
Coming right up.
Righto.
I've a new order, Paul.
Надо. Лучше.
Now that is a tasty beverage.
There we are.
Так, а этот обезвреживающий, наверное, не Вольгаров.
Here you go.
And here's a shiny coin.
Enjoy.
Keep the change.
Waitress, service please.
What'll you have, dear?
A straight shot of rye, please.
Sure thing, darling.
Mmm, delicious.
Coming
I've
right up.
a new order, Paul.
Now that's a tasty beverage.
А, достаточно одного ключа. Так, понял. И еще.
Now that's a tasty beverage.
There we are.
Here you go.
And here's a shiny coin.
Enjoy.
Keep the change.
I'd like to order a drink, please.
Come hither, sweetheart. Or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
А, стоп. Где-то кузницу я видел. Говорю, собственно.
Quite a fine skeleton beneath that hide of yours, isn't there? Yes, a lovely, sturdy thing. I bet it'll last.
You there! Back off! Bicky Boom! One more step and Bicky Boom!
No, don't go! Please help me! That thing is keeping me trapped here! It's crazy! It'll kill me!
Never fear, madam.
True. Be...
Gods, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom! You there! Back off!
No, don't go!
Понятно, хотел. А, вот есть щель. В смысле не вне зоны видимости? Вот щель гигантская, блин.
Gods, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Let me go, you little monster! Away with you!
No, Bicky did that. He guards the princess well.
Please, somebody do something! Throw a bucket of water over the damn thing!
Foul tricks! You there! Back off! Bicky Boom! One more step and Bicky Boom!
No, don't go!
Never fear, madam. He's
true.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! You saved my life! It was that cur of a Frederick that did this to me. He locked me in here with that ridiculous creature.
Dear me, I need to get out of this room. Yes, I'll go downstairs to catch a breath of fresh air, but do come and talk to me again if you want to hear more about what transpired here. My thanks once more, sweet hero.
Come hither, sweetheart, or if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a... Tell me, sweetie, you have someone or...
Так, куда она делась?
Oh, my hero! My heart is still racing. That little monster's face haunts me every time I so much as blink. Bonnie's my name, and I am, or rather I was, a lover for hire. Folks would come to me when they were in need of some company, conversation, and more intimate desires. But this fiasco has put an end to it. I'll never set another... Yes? Search me. He's a regular of mine, with rather eccentric tastes, I might add. He always wants me to wear a grey wig, for example, and walk with a cane. But I digress. Anyway, he recently spent the night again, and I couldn't sleep because of his muttering. He talked something awful all through the night. In the morning, I told him he had gone on and on about some Meridino character and a supposedly secret treasure lair somewhere in the woods. Next thing, I was just about to let him know I won't stand for such nothing much, I'm afraid, but go ahead. I used to, you know. I haven't been in
Come hither.
Так, хорошо, что у меня телепорт есть.
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Так, теперь идем сюда. И даем сколько? 17. Скарб, щит. Блин. Мало ли что. Все. Ура! Чё теперь сколько? 32% шанс побока. А если я на следующем уровне качаю еще, что будет 37? Ну, не особо много.
What news from the mines? No news, sir. Goblins will slice us to ribbons if we approach the bridge.
Unacceptable. I want those goblins out of my mine by yesterday. Send another man.
Source hunter, are you? What brings you to this neck of the woods? The goblins? The orcs? The cult? Or the whole pretty bouquet? Don't be surprised if you hear more than a few unkind words about yours truly around. I'm finished with this one pony rodeo, though. I did my best by these roughnecks, and now it's time for old Brandon to take a load off.
Let's hear.
I must say, I'm all...
I knew a source hunter'd perk up at the sound of a challenge.
Да, блин. Вот опять мне не показали, что там выпало у них.
Unacceptable. I want those goblins out of my mine by
Source hunter, are you? Don't be surprised. I'm
Let's hear.
I must say, I'm also in...
I knew a source hunter'd perk up at the sound of a
Between you and me, the Troll King's sitting on a piece of treasure of more value than even he knows. A metal called tenebrium that can fetch a prettier sum.
The devil's in the details, though, and I haven't managed to find a way to access the... But you're a source hunter! You can sniff out any point of mystery.
So let's make a deal,
I wouldn't wish the wrath on me worst enemy, though. Apart from Gungir's stature and incurable case of the uglies, is not so different from a parakeet. Got a brain the size of a pea, and the nutty oaf sits on a river of silver beneath these mines, but leases it to the mining company for a fraction of its worth in gold. He'd rather put those...
I can't be certain myself where his cave is located,
but at least one of those oaf lackeys...
I'm no man to refuse a
strange sort of substance, discovered here around 2 years ago. Rot? Oh, you're a curious sort of fella, aren't you? Ask around. Half the men here have a brother who died from it. The other half were cured by that cult. I remember him well. Decent man, strong-backed, but something of a funny accent, no? He managed to leave Silver Glen alive, but as I recall, the symptoms of rot...
A source hunter. My liege, I am at your disposal. I am Lawrence, the representative of the mining guild responsible for operations in Silver Glen. Oh, I am no one special. Merely a My only cause for complaint, Your Grace, are these awful goblins. They're starving us out, refusing even a single honest miner his right to work. Perhaps, my most upright highness, you must forgive me if I become somewhat overcome when discussing it, my liege, to think how I've been betrayed. I invited a tribe of goblins to assist us in clearing the tenebrium from our mine, you see. The leader of the troop, a certain spitting Satan named... When the job was done, though, he and his band of totem-brained fiends refused to vacate. They've kept close guard of the bridges to the mine since, and they'll slice whoever dare. These goblins follow Drexis like lemmings, Your Grace, and if only I could undo the traitor, they'd slither back to the swamp they crawled from. Drexis is preposterous. What does that foreigner know about the affairs of Silver Glen? You do best to do as I do, my liege, and turn a deaf ear to her insane accusations. Please, Your Grace, I am complete. Those brutes! I invited them here. They haven't allowed a single human miner past them in months. And meanwhile, useless stuff, my liege. Worse than common dirt. But 10 times as difficult to extract, and infinitely more dangerous. If only we'd known in advance the terrible... Yes, a dreadful business, that. I've been fortunate enough to avoid the sickness so far. You see, my liege, when a miner has been overlong exposed to tenebrium, he begins showing certain symptoms. Gangrene. Had we known then what we've since discovered, we never would have continued operations. But, my liege, you ought not to concern yourself with the fraudulent leader of a crackpot cult. Really, the whole affair is an utter embarrassment. Some insane huckster, calling herself the conduit of the goddess, made her way to... When by magic or illusion she managed to cure a handful of them of the affliction, every last one of the bunch began speaking of her as though she... Fortunately for her, she disappeared shortly after her little... Ah, yes, Ben. Of course, one of our many noble miners, Your Grace. A smallish man. I believe he's enough to know the whole institution has been a blight on product.
Вот, смотрел, нет. Так, по-моему, со всеми уже говорил.
Beware of the lost ones out there, Wanderer. Their blood is impure.
I sense enemies nearby.
О, хорошо. Я тоже не могу. Все. Ого, неплохо так.
Tempests of winter's core to my aid.
Plunging assault!
А, ой, еще. Охренеть. Ну, это пропусково. Блин, поеду, да, прям пойдет.
You don't have a leg to stand on. The Seven call me home.
А, блин, у нее оглушение. Я думаю, че она пропускает все время?
Source Hunter, don't be surprised. I'm finished.
I must say.
I knew a source between you. The devil's in. But you're a. Apart from the nutty old. I can't be. I'm no astray. Ross.
A source? Oh my, you must. And when these goblins followed lead, those they you see, Edwin, I lead some in when ports are preposterous. Enough. Hello again, Your Grace. On behalf of the mighty preposterous. What does that foreigner know about the affairs of Silver Glen? You do best to do.
Just look at him. Asking toll to cross a broken bridge? Ridiculous.
At least they don't have that distinct underside of a bridge aroma.
Better that than reeking of fresh blood.
I sense enemies nearby.
Давайте. Вот что это такое? Какого хера массовое благословение? Оно вообще-то на одну цель только работает. Ну, посмотрим. Да блин, ну что ты... Да что за херня? Я же нажал, блин, умение. Почему она просто подбежала и ударила? Что за дегенерат придумал вот
Something
эти
isn't right here.
моменты?
It could be an
Что, блин,
ambush.
можно нажать умение, и оно не нажмется, блин.
What's over that far hill? А.
Your service pleases me greatly.
Ставлю, пока пусть они там. ничего не будет делать. Посмотрим. Россия. Так, стоп, они что, его глушили? Нет, вроде, что такое? Огонь. А, все, зачарование спалось.
On the mend.
Только могу.
Flourish beneath my sacred touch!
Нет. Чё, бежит, что ли? А, блин, достает. Блин, они друг друга хилят. Я об этом не подумал. Почему-то. Стоп, чё такое? А.
Back on my feet again.
May divine favor shine upon you.
Так, еще надо, блин, смыть это сюда сразу.
Soaking spray!
Sodden all the way to my boot soles. Marksman's poise. Amplified clarity.
I needed that.
Еще есть. Не знаю, про это что это дает. Ладно. А сейчас они чё, пошли? Рано. Ну-ка. Куда он прилетел? У них 190 хп. И огонь сильный. Наверное, сохранил. Посмотрю, сколько у него. Нет, это не вариант. Когда я их могу ваншотнуть.
Open your eyes. Wider.
А, я не могу ваншотнуть всё. Мне нужен этот.
Fickle arrow.
Просто.
Flesh rots, bones crumble. I remain.
Что я стремаюсь подходить. Ну вот, он дотягивается уже до меня, надо дойти. Блин, да лучше.
Better poison.
Poison consumes me.
О, этот чувак бежит на помощь. Сейчас умрет вообще, скорее всего. Ой, этих сколько? 500. Блин.
I must draw the venom out.
Или я знаю, что. Перевод, посмотрим, все.
Bless the seven, I am restored.
Praise to all that is holy.
Пойду, наоборот, лучше и это. Лучше отойду. Три. Ну да.
I needed that.
А у нее книги не висит. Конечно, не хватает.
Malediction!
I feel better already.
Ай, Райте, почему все время убирается навык вместо того, чтобы использоваться? Я не столько, не так много зажимаю,
rain,
чтобы
nobody can
засчитывалось,
see
что
you
я его
cry.
перетаскиваю. А, он тоже похилился. Прикольно. Умер все-таки.
You were right there.
Ага.
Your grave opens to welcome you.
Хорошо. Не знаю, важно, нет.
Back on my feet again. Back on my feet again. Wait! Stop! Can it be? A source hunter? Oh, my fortune, my fate! I am saved! They're coming for me. They know I've escaped, and they won't stop until they've sliced me in two and corrupted my corpse with darkness. The cult! The dark heart of the Immaculates! The corrupted few who lead their trusting converts upon a path paved with source! Oh, they won't stop until they've silenced me. And worse... I am Samid, once a humble miner, once a devoted Immaculate, now a refugee in flight from both religion and home. I once counted myself among their most faithful. Such a devotee to the Immaculate Way was I, that I rose swiftly through its ranks, became privy to each of the esoteric rituals of the Immaculate Method. But in time, I discovered too much. When I was granted access to Sacred Stone, the most protected Immaculate village, I watched with horror as our enlightened leaders unabashedly performed darkest source magic. I immediately reported this corruption to our highest priest, Lady Attenbearer. I'll never forget her laugh, mirthless and savage. She was one of them. As I escaped that terrible place as quickly as my feet could fly. And now, you must do what I cannot. You must end the darkness that has consumed the Immaculate Way, the source that corrupts it. The witch? Why, her cabin is only a short walk from here. Look! I'd always heard tell that she, the strange and silent keeper of Luculla, was a sorcerer herself. Though now I see that, if that were true, the Immaculates will be working with, not against her. As it stands, the conduit herself ordered that the witch be contained at all costs. I know not why, but any enemy to this band of demons is a friend to all else. To gain access to that nest of vipers, you'll have to become one of us. One of them, that is. Speak to Loik, the Immaculate Abbot of the village to the north. Silver Glen, it's called. He'll be only too eager to gain another convert, and only the initiated are granted access to Sacred Stone. Source Hunter, in the name of the innocent Immaculates, those unaware of the fanged head that leads them, I pray you will expose the truth. So many of us sought only spirit. We had no idea what we'd be asked to sacrifice in return.
Да уж.
My friend, did you hear? That man said the one called Attenborough is nearby. We must find this village, Sacred Stone. I am certain Jarrett has been taken there. And if it is where Attenborough rules, it seems these Immaculates are not all as I have heard.
Засада полупрыгает, что ли? 13, 13. Ого. Так.
In her holy name, halt! You shall not tread upon this immaculate road!
Has rot taken your ears?
I say this is an immaculate road. Only those blessed with like sanction may pass here. So you badgered a couple of skeletons, but we immaculate.
Вот с теми не буду сражаться. Я, в принципе, могу его убедить и это... Как я... Пройти. Не знаю, есть ли смысл в этом. Все равно не туда рано. Тринадцатый. Так, тут был. Посмотрим, куда следы идут. О,
You there! Your knightship! Oh, please, come to our aid! My wife and I are stranded here. Oh, we're refugees, my liege. Two of the far too few souls that managed to escape Hunter's Edge when the orcs invaded. We were hoping to reach Silverglade, but we were attacked by highwaymen. Those devils would have scalped and skewered us if it hadn't been for Alfie. Well, the brave creature bit one of them in half, though not before being frightfully wounded himself.
To think of all the clothes I left behind in Hunter's Edge, all the jewels and trinkets.
Hell take the orcs!
No, no! You're hurting him, Sir Knight. Oh, no wizard's tricks will cure poor Alfie.
блин.
Where's the bloody Legion? Oh, you drop some garbage in the street and they jump out of an alleyway. But when you need them, they're nowhere to be seen. You
What
there!
was that?
Your knightship! Oh, please, come to our aid. My wife and I are stranded here.
Dear, oh dear, my nerves are all shot. And that's the last of the potatoes. We'll be dining on pine cones soon if no one comes to our rescue.
Oh, we're refugees, my liege. Two of the far too few souls that managed to escape Hunter's Edge when the orcs invaded. We were hoping to reach Silverglen, but we were attacked by highwaymen. Those devils would have scalped and skewered us if it hadn't been for Alfie. Oh, the brave creature bit one of them in half, though not before being frightfully wounded himself.
What was that?
Oh, it was naught but a small stop for trading folk along the long road south to Sicil. Oh, we got along all right, but now our little home's finally been undone. Orcs invaded, and the source hunter who was meant to protect us didn't save a one of us. Bravest beast of burden in the borough is Alfie, but the poor blighter's bleeding like a stuck pig and can't move no more, which means we can't move no more either.
What was that? A bandit?
Why, it would be folly to abandon a bandit killer in a wood full of bandits now, wouldn't it, your knightship? Besides, all our worldly wealth is strapped to his back. We'd be destitute without it. And yet, we can hardly stay here forever. Silverglen is close enough to see the chimney fumes from here. Mara absolutely refuses to leave Alfie's side, and like I said, I'm inclined to agree with her. If only a stout champion would, step up and lend us a hand. Oh, we'd be mighty grateful if you would escort us to Silverglen, your knightship. For it is our aim to set up shop there. A new smithy in a new town. Without Alfie, though, without the tools he carries, I'd be like a fisherman without his rod, grasping for salmon with his bare hands. Never could I produce the quality of our predicament is clear. And the biggest problem is that Alfie's wounds are so dire, no ordinary healing potion will work. He needs... well, I don't know what he needs, but they say miracle cures are produced by the priests of Silverglen.
What was that? A bandit? Oh, oh no. It's nothing but a squirrel. Oh God. Oh dear, my nerves are all shot. I'd add some of these blue mushrooms we saw to this here hodgepodge, but my uncle added them to his dinner once and he saw blue goblins for a fortnight. I can't believe we're stuck here, so close to our goal. Oh, will we ever reach Silverglen? I'd add some of these blue mushrooms we saw to this here hodgepodge, but my uncle added them to his dinner once and he saw blue goblins for a fortnight. I can't believe we're stuck here, so close to our goal.
Oh, we
will
are, my
ever-
liege. Though, like I said, it would grieve us dearly to leave Alfie behind.
You're right. We should try to heal Alfie.
Indeed.
I'm glad you've agreed Alfie needs to be saved before we can depart. Please leave no stone unturned in your search for a concoction that will heal his wounds.
I can't believe we're stuck here, so close to our goal. Oh, will we ever reach Silverglen?
Dearest Alfie.
I could do with a cold drink.
Suffer for it.
The goddess is the word. Through the conduit she speaks, and through me her wisdom is repeated. How may I enlighten you?
Blessed be the goddess, and blessed be the conduit.
Diligently will I read the words of
Give
the
me
goddess.
the strength, oh
Да
goddess, to
порушил
become
меня.
enlightened.
Странно. Так, в эту я не вижу ничего.
Bow before the goddess, and bow before her mouth on this earth, the conduit. Hold high the knife, and let it plunge into the lost, so that by their blood we may redeem this downtrodden realm. Immaculate it was, immaculate it may be again.
Что это?
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my prayers.
Goddess greetings, friend. Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth, and my savvy brings you spells at the best rate in town. Come, give me your best offer.
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
To all my prayers.
there, cutie pie. Wanna have a good time?
Ладно, я на этом закончу. Всем спасибо, всем
Cause you're
пока.
the answer to all my prayers.